call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Nice shot.
Olivia Gondak, it says that I wanted to eat her pussy. Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
How would you say your mental focus is?
It's focused. I haven't.
One of the most beautiful things in the world was watching them have an orgasm.
Here I come. Here I come.
For my theme song, my leather black jeans on, my by any means on, part and I'm getting my scream on.
Alright, welcome to another episode.
Nice to be back.
New studio. Fucking Sam's away. He's trying to survive in the wilderness.
Well,
how do you think he's gonna like it?
Sam does all right. Yeah.
I know he was like planning on fishing for food. Do you know if he brought food with him?
No, I do not know. But yeah, hopefully we see him again.
Yeah. Hopefully he hasn't been on his last podcast.
Is it a solo trip?
Yeah, he's by himself.
True. It's funny because I asked his better half. I was over at their place today, dropping off a key, and then I texted them both and saying that, hey, I just dropped off the key. I'm gonna stay for like 15 minutes, and then I get a text back from Jen saying, okay, yeah, no worries, I won't be home till later. So just make sure you lock the door, blah blah blah. And I said, oh, I didn't even realize you weren't going to. I'm going with Sam. And then she goes, yeah, I didn't catch the invite. And then hearing that he's there by himself makes it even better. It's just like, no, I need to do this.
He needs to fucking experience it.
Yeah.
He's got to beat the wilderness.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a man, woman.
Holy fuck, the Oilers are lighting them up. 4-0. Holy shit. Dude, Draisaitl's so good.
That Leon Draisaitl, though.
Fucking German. How is he like such... Why are Germans good at hockey now?
Are they? Or is it just a
Stutzla's
couple?
good too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a couple of them.
Yeah.
It's more than... Remember Marcel Gotch or whatever?
Yeah, he was the goat German.
He was the goat German. And that guy was like a fourth line penalty kill specialist.
Yeah. I think all countries are developing really well now.
Yeah.
And because like you see where, because like Czech was getting really good, and then they took like a huge downfall. It seemed like for like 10 years there, from Eliash to
wasn't Hasek Czech too?
Yeah, and Yager and everybody.
Yeah.
And then there's like nobody that really seemed to come out of there
Until Pasta.
Yeah, and now it seems like they're getting back on track.
Where's Meyer from?
Timo?
Yeah.
I think he's Swiss.
Is he? Oh, that sounds right. Yeah, I think he is Swiss.
He is Swiss. Could be wrong though.
Imagine if Hitler had a sick hockey team.
If Hitler had a sick hockey team.
Like the Germans back then were sick.
Yeah, they would be roided up.
Yeah. Just completely like.
I could see them being the Soviet, the Red Army.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see them being exactly that.
Just the discipline.
Yeah.
And they'd be giving him like fucking meth pills the whole time.
Yeah.
Actually, I was reading about this German hockey player. He was like the 38 Winter Olympics or some shit. And he was gross. He was like the best German hockey player, but he was Jewish.
Oh yeah, I can't have that.
But no, they made an exception for him.
Wow.
They were like, we need to win this tournament. So fucking Hitler let a Jew play hockey.
Good for Hitler. Good for Hitler.
Fuck.
He's making some room.
Yeah. It's like, we want to win.
Yeah.
We're not trying to lose this. And it was like, I think they beat Canada somehow. But it was...
The Germans.
Yeah. I don't know if they won or they finished second, but it was some kind of bullshit tournament where there was no, like, playoffs. It was just like a round robin.
What year was that?
Sometime
like,
in the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right before World War II.
Because it's also crazy to think about how Canada wasn't even really that good. And like you think about like Miracle on Ice and stuff, and like Canada wasn't even really in the equation.
Really?
Yeah, like they weren't that good back then. But then actually, I don't know if I know what I'm talking about now, because then you think about like Summit Series with Paul Henderson, and that was the 70s.
Yeah, that were gross.
Yeah. So I don't know. But like, yeah, I would just remember in the 80s Olympics, like they weren't really anything.
Well, wasn't that because there was
and they
no
weren't
NHL
allowing
players?
the NHL players?
Yeah, it's like now again.
Yeah.
The Olympics.
But
Olympic
still,
hockey
right?
just
You would still think, even without no NHL players, like that, it's the same for every country. And
no, because the KHL players go.
No, but I mean, like in that 80s Olympics and stuff.
Oh, yeah. True.
It makes sense for the Red Army because none of them played in the NHL because like of the Iron Curtain and everything, right?
Yeah. The Red Army is such a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Just practice with an international team every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, did they play in pro leagues in Russia?
I think they were.
did.
I think so, but I think I remember hearing like they're like a touring team, like they would just go and like fuck everybody up. Yeah.
They're just like the ultimate level of like rep tournaments.
Yeah.
Some guy in Eastern Russia hears the Red Army's coming to town.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. Thought we had a chance at this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be so fucking like intimidating, just seeing what you're seeing across the ice.
Yeah.
Like these guys just all in sync, just freaking jacked.
Yeah. They're like playing ballet out there.
Yeah. Like their training regimes were like insane, and they still do it in like the KHL teams and everything.
Really? Why? What do they do?
They like train pretty much like they are in the army, where it's like their cardio is just pretty much nonstop until muscle failure and everything.
Holy
and,
shit.
And like you hear about NHL players that go to the KHL that can't really hack it in the NHL anymore, and then they just fucking hate it so much because of the off training that they have to do.
Yeah, doesn't Ryan Whitney talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't like the training in the NHL.
No, yeah, he's not much of a training guy.
Yeah. Did O-Dog ever go there?
No.
To Russia?
No, I could not see that guy doing that. Yeah. What was I going to say? But you also see it too with like the coaches that the KHL have, like Mike Keenan.
Mike Keenan's there, yeah.
Is there, and he's successful, and it's just like goes to kind of show the difference of personality types from NHL to KHL. It's like that's a coach that's successful now in the KHL, where like every team, every player hated him after like he won the cup and stuff, and then he would go team to team.
Iron Mike.
Yeah, Iron Mike.
He was destined for
yeah, he sounds exactly like he would be successful in Russia.
Yeah, just fucking drive guys.
Yeah.
Bag skate.
Yeah.
Till you fucking drop. Yeah, he was on the Flames for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, in the 2000s he was on the Flames.
That's where I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he coach like Kiprusoff and Iginla teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was seeing, it's funny that we bring that up because I saw a video the other day of him calling out Willie Mitchell for having an illegal stick length on his stick.
Really?
Yeah, and then...
defenseman Willie Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they refs reviewed it, and then I guess it was still okay.
Uh-huh.
And then the next game that Calgary and whatever team Willie Mitchell was on at the time, Willie Mitchell comes out with a fucking gigantic stick, like 2 feet taller than himself. Good troll job.
That's like, I remember Kovalchuk.
Uh-huh.
He got a penalty for having an illegal curve.
Yeah.
And then came out of the penalty box, scored with his teammate's stick, and his celly was inspecting the stick as he skated by the opposing team's bench.
Yeah. It's such a ridiculous rule, too. It's just like illegal curves or stick length, really. It's just like there's advantages and disadvantages to both.
If you have a crazy fucking curve, that means your backhand's gonna suck ass.
Yeah. And like stick handling might be great, but like to get a proper shot off isn't always the best with a crazy curve.
That's true. So why did they do it then?
I don't know.
They just thought it was cheating?
Yeah, they saw it as more of an advantage, I guess. It didn't really make sense. Same with like the fucking 2-line pass rule. It's like what are you
crazy.
doing? Like what are you doing? You're eliminating offense?
Yeah. Well, it was perfect for the Devils.
Yeah, just play the trap.
Yeah.
And then why wouldn't every team do that?
I remember playing NHL 03 and constantly getting 2-line pass infractions.
Yeah. Oh my god. That would make the worst video game. I fucking remember that. Yeah.
NHL 03 on the GameCube.
Yeah.
That was sick. And you'd if you got a cross crease pass off, it would cut to like a scene where I think it was like Nickelback playing or something. It would just be a slow motion one-timer right in the net.
Yeah.
Like with a gold filter on it. It was crazy. And the fights were just like this. Like the guy, you had grab each other and it's just
yeah.
until the health bar is done.
It's just It's just like B throw punch. There's no blocking. There's no dodging.
Just pure.
Just button smash.
Yeah. That was like playing cello in high school was like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Get in a fight, people just button smash the hell out of it. Oh man, about the Hitler thing though, I was thinking about how he was always hopped up on amphetamines.
Right.
And how he just was definitely rocking a tiny dick.
For sure.
His whole fucking life.
Always. And then every time he looks down, he gets even more pissed.
Yeah.
And then he's just like...
He probably ran into like a Jewish guy at like some kind of sporting event.
Mm-hmm.
Like just taking pisses beside each other at those like old piss troughs.
Yeah.
Saw his dick and saw his. He's like, what the fuck?
This too? This too?
Get out here! What the fuck? Was that a trip?
It looked like it.
Looks like it should have been. You're not calling it because you're 4-0 up. That's wild. Do you like the Golden Knights jerseys?
I don't care for them. No.
I don't really mind them.
People really don't like them, but like it's like it doesn't feel like something that you need to get upset about.
Yeah.
It's not one of those jerseys.
It's also not gold.
Yeah, right?
It's like puke yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking about the Vegas Golden Knights for non-hockey fans.
Mm-hmm. You could say it's almost chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Oh. Mm-hmm. Word of the day.
Yeah.
Did you read the thesaurus?
No, I actually got Vans of that color. No, I thought I got yellow Vans, and then I was like, wow, this is kind of an off yellow. And then I was just telling people every time that they commented on my shoes, like, yeah, I thought yellow would be a good color. And then I had one of my clients at the time when I was personal training. She was like a makeup artist and very into the scene. And she said, no, that's chartreuse. And I said, chartreuse. Oh, chartreuse. I'm going to take that and pretend like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Say it again.
How do you spell it? Origin?
Fuck, man. Do you like shopping for shoes?
I love shoes.
I like shoes, but it stresses me out shopping, which I don't know why, because I fucking sold them.
Yeah, why is that? Why do you not like shopping for them?
I don't know, because I can never tell if they feel good until I'm like wearing them for like a couple hours. So like trying them on is just a crapshoot. And then I'm walking around the store like, look at me.
Classic, yeah. No, but yeah, I enjoy the whole experience of shopping for shoes.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
No, that's good.
But yeah, I'm also kind of like, I do like some flash in my shoes.
True.
And like some style, obviously, but I always think about buying shoes of like that kind of like stand out in a certain way. I feel like, because I hate shopping for clothes. I hate going to malls in general. Yeah. I hate going shopping in general. But when it comes to shoes, for some reason, I just like shoes a lot.
Ooh. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Not a feet guy, not a foot guy, but I like shoes. Don't get the wrong idea here, guys.
Connor's a freak. I remember I had to like helping people like measure their foot selling shoes.
Yeah, I would hate that.
That was gross.
Yeah.
Some dudes would just have monkey feet.
Yeah. Would you get the guys that had no socks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to give them like these like
Yeah.
try-on socks.
Yeah.
And I worked at one place where it was just like 10 different pairs of black socks that I'm pretty sure were never washed. It was disgusting. So if you were doing that, like, good luck. But then there's other places where they have the
they have
disposable
those,
ones. Yeah, those ones are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cheap ass sports store. My first job.
National
National
Sports, baby. Are they still around?
I don't know. The one that I worked at closed.
Did it?
Yeah, the one in Oakville.
That's a classic spot.
That one was classic. Did you get your skate sharp in there?
Fuck no.
No.
No. I think I might have once, and then it was a shit job. And I kind of knew when I saw the guy. You get a good feeling when you see who's going to sharpen your skates. And like, you just kind of know, like, this isn't the guy. This is the guy you don't want sharpening your skates.
So
and like,
completely fuck the edge up.
yeah. And like Stefan, our friend Stefan, worked there, and he said he sharpened skates. And he said he was good at it, and he sharpened his own skates.
Yeah.
But if I'm going into a skate shop and I see Stefan, I don't fucking know if I'm trusting him sharpening my skates.
He's got a devious look, that guy.
Yeah, he does.
It's hard to trust him with something you're going to wear.
He's like, you look like the guy that should be on the sales floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he did.
Well, actually, they fucking hit him in the back, like doing skate sharpening for most of the time.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
And then saw his true talents.
I don't think they ever took advantage of his true talent. He wanted to sharpen skates. He said he'd be like sharpening skates all day, inhaling like the metal shit that flies off skates, and he'd cough up like black stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, wear a mask.
You're supposed to wear a mask. You think you would learn.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. He's gonna listen to this and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Get me on here.
You'll be on here, you can defend yourself someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. It's also like everyone wants a different skate sharpen. It seemed like it would be like 3 numbers. I can't remember what they were.
Yeah,
or
it was like a 90 and 99 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Flat Edge came out and changed the game.
Was that nice?
Yeah, it's
silky smooth skating.
It makes you glide faster, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I have no idea what they do. I think they just make it I have no idea. But
So the one before that was just like it would bite into the ice more and you could push off better?
Yeah, I think so. And like better on the edges maybe. But I think you would have to get them sharpened more often.
I'm surprised more people don't get killed by skates.
Yeah.
Every time I watch it, like someone fought, like Richard Zednick. Remember that?
Yeah.
Took it right to the throat.
Yeah.
Survived.
Yeah, the goalie took it right to the throat too, like right on the jugular.
Really?
That goalie took it, and like it was so fucking lucky that response was so fast.
Jesus Christ.
And then Evander Kane this year, right across the wrist. Like holy fuck.
Yeah, he was out for like months.
Well, he could have died.
Yeah. Just bleed out on the ice?
Yeah.
That'd be fucked.
But yeah, you always see like probably at least 5 times a year close encounters.
Yeah.
And there's only and then you see like Carlson got from Matt Cook Classic. It was like stomped on the back of his Achilles.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Jesus.
And then they got the Kevlar now. The Kevlar?
Kevlar? On the back?
Yeah. They got that, and then some players also wear it on the wrist now too.
Yeah, fuck, that's smart.
Yeah.
It's just a hilarious idea. Skating around on blades.
Yeah, you're skating on swords.
Imagine how shitty it would look though if they're just wearing shoes out there.
I know.
Just.
Well, the skates used to look hilarious too. Like they used to look like speed skater skates.
Oh right, yeah.
But then the blades were even fucking bigger. It was like, and you had like a huge gap on like the boot, and then you had like the part that the blade connects to, and then these guys like had like an extra 2 inches to their height because of that.
I'm always surprised at how long it took goalies to invent the mask.
Yeah,
They just took it to the face for years.
Yeah, and then even then they did hard plastic.
Yeah.
It's like we can't get anything better for these guys. And like their eye holes were literally eye holes that they could just look around the ice.
Yeah. And these guys, they came back from wars where they wore helmets, and then none of them thought, yeah, we should fucking wear them on the ice. So that.
Yeah.
And then maybe put something over it so we don't have to get hit in the fucking face by pucks.
And there's this, I'm gonna fuck up his name, Terry Sawchuk or something, was the goalie.
Yeah.
And he's the classic one where after his career, his whole face was like pretty much just stitches on his face from taking so many pucks. And
dedication
sticks.
to the game, though.
Yeah, for the love of the game, baby.
Imagine a guy going like to like 1930s. What's that like? Pitch show where like they come on with business ideas. Shark something.
Shark Tank.
No, with like Mark Cuban and fucking.
That Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Shark King.
Oh no. That's
Shark Tank.
Another good show idea right there. Take notes.
But like, imagine like just a couple of goalies going to them like, we have an idea how to like stop pucks from hitting us in the face. Just 1930s Mark Cuban. Get the fuck out of here, pussy.
Takes the idea and runs with it.
It's not for the love of the game. Turns around and sells it.
Yeah. That's what I really picture on that show is like you take all these ideas. I understand that they'd be copyright and trademark, but just tweak it a little and then just fucking take it. These guys already are multi-millionaires and in Cuban's case, billionaire.
That's true.
It's like, why wouldn't you just... But I guess there's a human element to it.
Yeah,
some ethics.
Plus they want to keep the show going.
Yeah, if word gets out that they're just stealing these ideas.
They gotta get more people on there that just have comically bad ideas.
Yeah, there are. It is like classic like American Idol with Simon Cowell. Like you just show like 15 terrible fucking people like Howie Huang.
Yeah.
And then you get like 3 in the show that are great singers, but nobody really wants to see that.
We invented the stranger glove, where it just numbs your hands so you can pull off the stranger without sitting on it.
Yeah, really. Just numbing cream.
Yeah. You just shove your hand in a... That's what the demonstration is. He turns around and just fills up the glove with numbing cream. Mark Cuban's like, oh, what are you doing over there?
Yeah. It's not really you that's playing with yourself anymore.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Let the stranger take hold. I've never had like the idea to do that. It's never been something that appeals to me.
No, and yeah, I never really understood it. I've definitely tried it, and I'm just like, no, regular way is way better.
Yeah. I want like control of my hand.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know what I'm doing. I'm not fooling myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Who am I fooling here?
Who am I fooling?
Tell the guys
me.
tomorrow, the next day. Whoa, you wouldn't believe who touched my dick last night. I don't know, but it was a stranger.
I closed my eyes and just hope someone would come into my room.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck. That'd be... Yeah, that's never appealed to me.
Mm-hmm.
You've
never tried it?
I've never even tried it, no.
Wow. Okay.
I also just hate the feeling of pins and needles.
Oh god, okay. No, I never like sat on my hand and like fucking went to town.
Oh, what'd you do?
I just switched batters. Just
okay.
hands.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got, dude, that's fucking hilarious when people do that. Just fucking make their arm go dead and whack off. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Yeah, if you do that, man, like, you got some problems.
That's
yeah,
interesting
okay, I'm sorry, maybe you don't have a problem, you're just really lonely.
Yeah, exactly. That's
fucking the incel type.
Crazy tier of loneliness.
Yeah.
It's never appealed to me.
Yeah, just get out there. There's someone for everybody.
I saw on Twitter there was the incel community was losing it because one of their leaders
Finally got laid.
And he put out a thing saying like, "I'm leaving the incel movement," and everyone's like, "You fucking traitor!" It's like, isn't this what we want, guys?
It only takes one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, women actually aren't that bad.
Yeah. Wow, if you actually get close to them.
Yeah. If you put yourself out there and don't act like a psychopath.
Yeah. Oh man, reading those threads is insane.
I've never been down that rabbit hole.
Like you'll always like, it's kind of like they're just like competing with each other to like one up on how sad they are. It's like, yeah, well, I'm a 4'11" bald Asian dude.
Yeah. You don't
no
have it
one's
as
gonna
bad as
be with me. Yeah. Good luck to me.
Nobody's as pathetic as I am.
Yeah. Like, fuck, man.
That's what I figured, like, the incel community would do is just, like, go to dominatrix or something. Just be like, yeah, I'm a worthless piece of shit, aren't I?
I think that's the end of the road for them. Like,
yeah.
And then one dominatrix is like, all right, you can kill yourself now.
Yeah.
And they're let go. Fuck. Yeah, it's so insane. I remember reading about it a lot when was it a guy in Toronto like drove a bus down like a sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
Yeah. And then fucking.
And then it came out he was incel. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get pussy, so I'm gonna mow down strangers.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, like there's no actual like connection to these people.
Yeah. It would kind of make sense if it was like.
All women.
A woman who like spurned him or something.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Still fucking
terrible.
terrible.
Makes sense, mate. Not be the right choice of words there, but make a connection, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no connection. Just kill a bunch of strangers, like. Yeah. Jesus. That's Fuck. And then I went on the incel forums, and they're just like the loneliest, saddest dudes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's at the point where like their mindset is so fucked up that that's gonna keep them an incel forever.
For sure, yeah. They're just speaking into microphones within a big group of each other.
Yeah.
And it also whenever shit like that, or you hear of like communities like that, it always just makes you think of like the human form in itself. Is just like how far we can get off track of just like who we are or what society is like, or just like how you can get so far off the path of normalcy.
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy of
bizarre
the elements that you can go to. Like, you don't. And it just must be just so like complete introverts that can't really talk to people.
It's also just mental illness.
Yeah,
like,
completely.
These guys are fucked.
Yeah, in the highest form.
Yeah. Like they just let it dominate them.
Mm-hmm.
It's all. It seems like it's all they think about.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad.
So I always think about that too with mental illness and like how common it is now. I'm sure it always has been common, but now it's talked about as it should be, and like the thought about therapists and stuff. But like therapists aren't really that easy to get, and like now it is like that whatever it's called that you always see on podcasts advertised, like BetterHelp.
Yeah.
But it's so freaking expensive to get a therapist, and it's like I get it. Of course, on the therapist side is like you went to school for this, you like psychology majors and PhDs and everything. And you know your worth. It's like if we really want to help these people, like we kind of got to make it more affordable.
Yeah, I tried talking to like a counselor a few months ago. And he was nice.
Yeah,
nice guy, but he was like our age.
Right.
And like,
you want someone with more life experience and stuff.
Yeah, and he was a nice guy. Like he had some good ideas, but at the end of the day, it would just be like me kind of fucking ranting almost for like an hour.
Yeah,
and then it's like, all right, that's $200.
Yeah.
I just feel fucking manic talking to this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he's like, all right, well, here's some different like thought processes you can use to like avoid the dark side.
Right.
Because I would be like, yeah, like I'm fucking. Also, it feels extremely lame. Like telling a guy like, yeah, I just think I suck.
Yeah, right.
There's not really a good way to do it. Plus, like, I think an actual psychiatrist would be better.
For sure.
But that's way more expensive. And a counselor was like $200 an hour.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
It's insane.
So
Yeah.
what's the difference there? Like, what's his background? Do you know?
No, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I found him on like Psychology Today or something.
Mm-hmm.
Psychology Now. Well, that's a website. Because I remember I tried BetterHelp, and I put some stuff in, but I never got around to it.
Uh-huh.
I also just hate talking to people, especially like strangers over like FaceTime.
Yeah, no, you need like
It
the
sucks.
personal connection.
Yeah, I want to feel like Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Go into an actual office,
Yeah, for sure.
talking to a doctor. It needs to feel legit.
Yeah.
My guy was like, it would just be like him. This was on the computer. It'd be him sitting, and he's clearly got one of those like dividers. You know, those like dividers that people put behind their desk
Uh-huh.
to make it look like they're like in an office. And
Oh,
this guy's
really?
like just clearly like in his kitchen with
Oh,
the
my
divider behind him. Like it did
Yeah.
not feel legit.
Yeah. That in itself is like a psychological, like that's in the back of your head. It's like, who am I actually really talking
The
to?
whole time too, I'm like, what's behind it?
Yeah.
Move the fucking divider.
It'd be like, that seems like it'd be just better to take down the divider.
Yeah.
Just show me where you really are or something.
Maybe other people don't give a shit, but that's
Something I would think about too.
I was thinking about it the whole time.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely I can see how it helps. It just I didn't find it good.
Right.
Yeah, it needs to be in person, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking online talk sucks.
Hmm. Yeah, it's the same thing with like Zoom calls and business calls and stuff, right?
Yeah. Have you seen that? There's like an AI bot on Snapchat now.
I did see that. Yeah, I don't
People
have
talk-
Snapchat, but yeah,
I don't have
Sylvia
either,
showed
I
me.
just saw Twitter on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And Sylvia got really uncomfortable when it just popped up.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What did she
I
say?
don't
She's
know.
like, this guy's trying to talk to me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just like, they have now not AI like on Snapchat. It's like, no, I didn't. It's like, yeah, it's super creepy. And it's like, but now I feel like AI definitely has like a stigma behind it too. Now it's just like you hear AI and you think taking over the world.
Yeah. I saw a picture, this screenshot of this guy that was talking to the AI bot,
Uh-huh.
and he sent a message saying, "I'm proud to be Korean."
Yeah.
And the AI bot was like, "Yes, you should be proud of your nationality. That's awesome."
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent another one saying, "I'm proud to be white," and they're like, I don't know about that. Like,
No way. I don't know how proud you should be.
I don't know how proud you should be, like, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he sent another one saying, like, I'm proud to be, like, Jamaican or something. It was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing?
The AI's already got white guilt.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you can tell a fucking white person programmed it.
Yeah.
Full of white guilt. Man. It fucks me up when I see people, like, talk like that. Where it's like, just, yeah, white guilt dominates their whole mind.
Mm-hmm.
Where they can't even, like, have, like, a conversation without it.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like the same thing we talked about last week of just, like, always watching what you say and worrying about what other people are going to think about what you say. Or it's always the fear of when you're talking and then somebody's going to come at you with, you can't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't say that. I just said it, bitch.
What do you mean I can't say the N-word?
We're at dinner.
We're in the South. At dinner. We're in the Django Unchained mansion.
Yeah. We're in a Tarantino movie.
Yeah. White people can say it in Tarantino movies. You don't know that?
Tarantino goes out of his way to put the N-word in his movies.
And he lets him say it too.
Yeah.
He's always got lines like that. Like when in Pulp Fiction, he's washing them off.
Yeah.
He says the N-word then.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Isn't he talking about pretty much black people there and like how he doesn't like them?
Pretty
or
much.
Something?
Yeah, or it's something like, you think my wife's going to be happy when she comes home? When
Yeah,
she
and
sees
finds a dead N-word.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In my driveway?
Mm-hmm.
So crazy, man. He's making another movie.
Yeah. This is the isn't this gonna be the last one?
That's what he says.
The 13th.
I thought it was the 10th.
10th?
Something like that. Yo, I saw a good movie last night.
What was it?
It's called The Master.
Mm-hmm.
It has Philip Seymour Hoffman, Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
And dude, Joaquin Phoenix is like this. He's this World War II vet in the Navy coming home from the Pacific, like fighting Japan.
Yeah.
The movie opens with him on a beach, and him and his buddies have made like a woman out of in the sand, like a mannequin, and he just these people are sculpting it, and he just goes down and lies on top of her and starts fucking her.
Goes to town.
Yeah, and then does like an aggressive like fingering.
Oh my god,
it's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
It was a pretty good movie though.
Yeah, incels take note.
Yeah,
This
you
is
can just
what you
make
can
women
do.
out of sand.
Yeah. You can make women out of anything.
Yeah. Yeah, then he goes back, but ends up going home after the war, and he's a raging alcoholic.
Of course.
Like he's making moonshine out of like paint thinner and stuff.
Yeah.
Like potions. He's making potions the whole movie. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, like they meet because he is just like wasted, blackout drunk, and sees like a ship, and like sneaks his way onto it and falls asleep. And Philip Seymour Hoffman tastes his moonshine, and he's like, "Wow, can you make some more of that?" I quite like this. And Philip Seymour Hoffman is like pretty much L. Ron Hubbard in that movie.
Okay.
He's like,
really?
Like it doesn't. They never outright say it, but it seems pretty similar. He's like, it's like the very start of Scientology. There's a lot of similarities. It was pretty good, and he's trying to get Joaquin Phoenix to like pretty much ditch alcoholism and ascend. Mm-hmm. So they send him through like these like processes. It's called processing, where you just have to keep answering questions as fast as you can.
Right.
And through that, you like access past lives and stuff. Like he'll be like, "All right, what's your name? Where are you from? What did you dream about last night?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself like? Have you ever like thought about a past life? Like, and then it just like goes on, and these people are like almost in hypnosis answering questions.
Okay.
And they're accessing these like past lives or whatever. And some guy calls him a fraud.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix throws a tomato at him. It's like a dinner party. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, sounds like a good movie.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. All right, we're back.
And we're back. But
yeah, it is. Connor just asked me if it's rare to see white people here. Yeah, I was thinking, we're in Brampton.
Brampton, Ontario.
Majority brown population here. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. No hate on them. They got their own spot.
No.
But I don't know what it is, but the white people I see around here, it seems like the majority of them are fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that says about me. But,
in what way? Like, where are you seeing these people?
Well, I was in the downtown area buying a bong the other day.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of you could see the scene there.
Yeah, the scene. So the scene is like druggies.
Yeah.
And this guy, I was like chilling at a stoplight, and on the crosswalk in front of me, this white guy runs out in front of me, and being chased by like a small Asian lady. And he turns around and starts walking back, and she's like, "Get the fuck out!" Like, fucking leave, and he turns around and he's completely cracked out, like
Oh, fuck.
walking around like eyes wide as fuck, and just like paranoid, looking around everywhere.
Ugh.
Like his skin was crawling, man. It was
Ew.
crazy. It was the most cracked out I've seen a guy in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy in Ottawa that I used to always see that was like always fucked up, and he fucking came up to me in an ATM once to ask for money.
Oh god.
Like, you can't do that.
No. No.
Obviously, I'm not giving you $20.
Don't approach anyone at an ATM.
Yeah. Like, Jesus.
Like that pretty much gives you the right when someone approaches you at an ATM, like turn around, punch them in the face.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? That's extremely threatening.
Yeah, it's a huge threat.
Yeah.
Just like,
I had a girl stick her head through my car window once.
oh my god.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You can't do that either. I don't know. Oh, and this guy he always had the same story, I realized, because one time he, like, walked with me down a road. I was walking to work, and he was giving me this story about how he's trying to visit his daughter who's in a hospital in Toronto. Sounded sad, like it was a sad story.
Right.
And then 4 months later, he approaches me at the ATM and gives me the exact same story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just your thing. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
He found out what works.
Yeah. Clearly it works for you. Whatever. Get your rocks off.
Yeah. No pun intended.
But yeah, no, I mean, I might just be seeing that because, like, the downtown area is kind of sketchy. But some of the white people around here are pretty normal.
Yeah.
Although it does seem like there's maybe it's like a small sample size, but I've seen quite a few fucked up ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
And that's what I always thought too, is like it would be nice if we had a person of color with us here right now. Be like, I always thought, because sometimes like when I walk around in a place like Brampton or somewhere similar where population isn't very white dominant.
No, we're minorities here.
Yeah, and
Literally, it's crazy.
and then you think it's like a place like Oakville, Ontario, or somewhere like Burlington, anywhere like suburban, and you walk around and it's a bunch of white people, and then you see say a brown person or a black person or anybody, and then is this what like they kind of feel like? Do they feel? Because I don't know necessarily how I feel about it. Like, I don't think when I'm walking around in somewhere like Brampton, I just notice it where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a white person and I don't see many white people here. I don't think it really changes the way I feel about anything. But I just wonder, like, if people of color think about it differently when they're in a place like Oakville or somewhere like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it depends if you grew up in the area too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like my dad grew up in Chatham,
Right.
which is like
Yeah. One a ghost town and two just white.
no. When
Right.
he was there, it was like majority black.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we had like, I was like a liberal university kid coming home like talking like race issues,
Right.
and he'd be like, you know what it's like to be the only white kid in school? You ever run away from 10 black dudes trying to beat the hell out of you? That's what he hit me with. I'd be like, whoa.
That'd be a good movie, man. To make that movie.
Yeah.
You really turn the tables.
One time he said that his brother was like standing in a bush. He's like calling to him. He's like, Greg, come over here. And my dad's like, what? Like, why? And then like 10 black dudes stood up and chased him. They were using his brother as bait to beat him up.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think it depends on where you grow up.
Yeah. They're like moving to a city that is like another race dominant would be crazy.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you did do that.
Yeah.
For sure. I was more thinking of like a younger person.
Oh yeah. Well, it's different. Like kids are just stupid, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They like use any difference to pick on each other.
Yeah, you kind of see that like tribal kind of like overtake in like kids, and like seeing something different and not liking it, or not necessarily not liking it, but
Yeah.
like almost just like treating someone different because they're not the same.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember, like, there was kids that would bring like Indian food to school, and there's this one guy in my class that would just be like, "That fucking stinks, bro." That kind of stuff. Like, that's gotta hurt as a kid.
Yeah, well, you always, like, I remember, like, as a kid, too, like, I would bring some food that would, like, smell, and then, like, it's the worst thing as a kid you can do, is, like, in the concourse, and you're with your friends, and you bring something smelly, and you're just open season.
Yeah, it's
for
open
all
season.
the chirps.
Yeah.
And then you hate yourself, and you hate your mom.
My mom would pack me baked beans in a thermos.
Oh, yeah.
And it was ruthless.
Yeah.
Kids were just like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you baked beans?"
Mom, you fucking ruined me.
Mom, I only want sandwiches.
Yeah.
Only sandwiches.
Why can't I be a normal white kid?
Why can't I bring McDonald's to school every day like this other kid in the class?
Fuck, man, that was the craziest part of, like, school sometimes. It's like there's always the one or two kids that their moms were stay-at-home moms and, like, would bring them fucking pizza at lunches or McDonald's or take their kid out and then they go to Wendy's. And it's like, God damn it, like, fuck you.
Yeah, I never had a stay-at-home mom.
No.
She had to work.
and then it was, like, always the fucking, like, entitled privileged kids, the rich kids that would, like, show it off. Like, I remember the one kid in school would get his mom and she would deliver him, like, not even like pizza, it's Pizza Depot, and he would bring it in the grease bag and he'd be like showing it off to everybody.
What a flex.
Yeah, you're like, God damn, why aren't we kicking this kid's ass? It's like, oh yeah, because we're in Oakville and we're fucking just all a bunch of nice fucking prippy white kids.
Yeah, exactly. Although there was some ruthless kids.
Yeah, for sure.
It was like grade 7 or something. My class drove a teacher to, like, take a mental health break.
Oh yeah, I made a teacher cry. My mom would always tell me, like, Mademoiselle Pickett, our French teacher, and I hated French, and it's like grade 6, and I was sitting at the back of the class, of course, and like I don't even really remember it, but of course I was being a shit kid and just like disrupting class and saying a bunch of shit. And then I remember there was a parent-teacher interview, and Mademoiselle Pickett told my mom that your son made me cry pretty much.
Oh my god.
It was like, God damn it.
Holy fuck. Yeah, there was this one kid in my class, I can't remember his name, but he was just like a pure shit disturber. And one time, like, this is like April, or probably like, no, it's like February or something. So it's already been like 6 months or whatever since September. This kid's been ruthless in class, like,
right,
total piece of shit. And then for some reason, I remember he was standing on the desks, like, yelling during a class, and this teacher was like, "Get down from there." He's like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Get down from there, or I'm calling the principal." He's like, "Do it." And then she threw her clipboard on the ground and was like, "I'm done." Walked out. We didn't see her for the rest of the year. And then we got this, like, pushover substitute for the rest of the year who kept sour keys in, like, this closet in the classroom, and we'd steal them constantly.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, she probably knew, but, like, couldn't stop us.
Yeah. Like, yeah, and I'll think about too, like, that, and like teachers I had as a kid and stuff, and how much shit that because it wasn't just me that made her cry. I mean, there was a group of us.
Yeah, it's always
that
a group.
hated French, and
the French teachers have it the worst, man.
And then it's just like, but you got it. She was like so like soft spoken and like kind of like pretty much just soft.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta have a fucking backbone.
Yeah,
you gotta put us in our place.
Especially as a French teacher.
Yeah.
Like, did your school also hate French? Like, French class?
Like, did, like, everybody?
Yeah, it just seemed like no one wanted to learn French at my school.
Yeah, there are kids that actually like educated themselves.
They used the system.
Yeah.
To their advantage.
I did not use the school system to my advantage.
I did, but not in French.
Yeah. Yeah. But
our French teacher was a hard ass.
yeah.
Mademoiselle something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But there was a guy before that that we had for like a year, and then pushed a kid.
Oh fuck.
Pushed a kid, immediately got fired.
Man, there was one time there's this there in it's, again, I think it might have been grade 6 or 5, and it was a substitute teacher that like nobody liked and had a reputation of being like a bit mean. Mm-hmm. And it was the end of the school day, and I had Osgood Schlatter, and like
what's that?
It's like a growth, pretty much a growth pain in your knees.
Oh.
It's like a growing pain pretty much that kids can get.
Okay.
And so it affected me from like when I was playing rep soccer and rep hockey and everything, and I was wearing a brace.
Fucking athlete.
Yeah, and I was wearing a brace, and it was the end of school day, and I had an appointment to go to the physiotherapist, and then we're all waiting at a line at the end of the day at the classroom, and she's standing all in front of us, in front of the line, and she's stopping us from leaving because I guess we were bad in the class. And I'm losing it. Like, it's the end of the day, you can't keep us here. And I tried going past her and moving past her, and she grabbed my arm, and I threw a fit. I was like, I'm gonna tell my mom, you grabbed me and you pulled my arm. And I did, and Morag, being the mom that she is, does not care. Does not give in to my shit.
She's like, you deserved it.
Yeah, she's like, Connor, you obviously did something wrong.
Yeah.
And
my parents were like that too.
Yeah, and it's the same thing that I think about with like my mom having that parent-teacher interview with Pickett. Is like, one, she's like, she can see how, of course, I was being a shithead because I was a shithead as a kid, and she gets it at home. But two, she was like also saying like how like, because my mom was a teacher as well, and she's like looking at this teacher like, come on. Like, you're fucking crying because kids were mean to you. It's like the same thing, like, just kind of have a backbone and like, don't let kids freaking overtake you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you're the adult here, you put them in their place.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I think it's so hard on a teacher now. It's like, you can't say or do anything.
Well, parents are so soft.
Parents are freaking crazy.
Like, there's definitely parents out there that just have like the worst kids. But they refuse to realize it.
And
they're
think
like,
their kids are angels.
Yeah, and so they just believe their kids' version of the story. It's like, how dumb are you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, have like instill some discipline.
Yeah.
Don't just take a fucking 10-year-old shit disturber at his word.
I saw a good video today, and it was like, it was this activist that was speaking out, and she was saying that if your kid is telling you something, you have to believe them, and you have to pretty much embrace it and let them speak. And the talking point she's talking about is transgender. And it's like, if your kid wants to be like a born male that wants to go transition to a female, you gotta listen and you gotta let them do it, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And then it cuts to this guy, and it's like, you told me yesterday you were a fucking fire truck. Why aren't you putting out the fire? You told me you were a fire truck. It's the same thing. It's just like, it's like, really? You're gonna let kids kind of just like control it?
Yeah, I don't know. You can't let kids control a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this video, this woman saying, like, if you have, to be, like, fat friendly, if you have, like, fat friends and you're going to a restaurant, you should call ahead and tell them that you're bringing your fat friend.
Yeah.
So that they can, like, do like change the tables
Yeah.
around, and this guy was making fun of me. He cuts to a video of him who's answering a phone call for the restaurant. It's like, oh, you're bringing a fatty fatso? yeah, bring your.
Yeah.
How embarrassing would that be? Your friends are calling ahead because you're like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, at least do it yourself. Like, some activist friend is like, I was trying to do you a favor
Yeah.
by like telling everyone that you're a really heavy person.
Yeah. And I was listening to Your Mom's House this week, and they were going over this video of this like obese woman that was talking about like airline flights and her traveling and stuff, and how the planes aren't accommodating to people of her size and blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course not. It's like, why would we accommodate that unhealthy lifestyle? It's like pretty much like,
Well, planes are uncomfortable for regular sized people.
exactly. It's like, so now, like, what do you think the pretty much option is? It's like, planes are already crazy enough.
Yeah.
One, we're flying in the air, and two, we're trying to make you like comfortable, but now we have to worry about fat people and making it more comfortable for them.
Whatever happened to like just buying 2 seats? You know, if you wanted more room.
But that's what they're saying is like, that's not fair.
Oh. Well, fuck.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're right. We should all just make it better for fat people. It's like, don't change yourself. Don't change your life habits.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
Well, there's like activists like that out there who are like, it's never their fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their fault that they're heavy, you know? And like, yeah, maybe in some cases. But I think a lot of the cases is just they have a terribly unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, of course. It's the same thing. It's mental fucking illness.
Yeah.
It's like,
I need a Big Mac every day
yeah.
to survive.
Yeah, Christina made a great point where she was like, you have an addiction.
Yeah.
Food is your addiction.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to get help for it, or you're not willing to change your ways. And now you think everybody else should change for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're mentally sick.
That's just narcissism.
Yeah.
But there's people that like reinforce them in their beliefs like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to fight back on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck. What was I gonna say? Ah, fuck, I don't know. Oh, I saw a video saying, I don't know if this is true, but the guy was saying that scientists don't know why planes fly.
There's no way.
He was like, they can't figure it out.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's like, well, they figured it out though.
Yeah. Like the Wright brothers figured it out. And
Yeah.
were they scientists?
Fucking Howard Hughes figured it out.
Yeah.
I was watching
I feel like the crazier concept is buoyancy. It's like,
buoyancy.
whenever that's really explained, I still don't fucking understand it.
Yeah.
It's like how a yacht or a cruise ship
Cruise ships are fucking
can
insane.
just float and go thousands of miles. It's like, how the fuck is, like, how can you figure that out?
A lot of cruise ships now are like floating amusement parks.
They are. That's exactly what they
It's
are.
insane.
They're entertainment ships.
Yeah, have you been on? You've been on a cruise.
Yeah.
I've never been on one. What's it like?
You're pretty much in a city,
Yeah.
like an entertainment city,
That's what I've heard.
and you got restaurants in there. You got a casino. You got live entertainment. You got ballrooms. And then there's the decks with the pools and hot tubs, and then you got a sport deck. You're literally a traveling city, and you got thousands of people on board.
It's insane, man. I've never been on one, but
It's a crazy
I
concept.
want to experience it.
Yeah.
For a while, I wanted to like go on like not a cruise ship, but like one of those shipping container ships, and just like live on one for like a few months and like learn what the fuck is happening.
Right.
Like, how do these even work? You know?
Yeah.
And what a job, just traveling from city to city, dropping off some shipments, picking up more.
Yeah. People hate on cruises too.
People do hate on cruises.
I don't really get why. I feel like the people that hate on cruises aren't really using it to their advantage. Like,
well, I think that people who hate on cruises just don't go on them.
Yeah.
Unless you do, and then you're just like, well,
yeah, go on it more than once. Yeah, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like too, people that hate on cruises maybe don't really like people that much,
That's
which I
definitely
would understand.
Or they're like scared of like water.
Yeah.
You know, like my mom refuses to go on a cruise because she's convinced that there's gonna be a storm and it's gonna sink.
It is scary.
Yeah.
It is great. Like, and then you see the ships that get stranded at sea, and it's like, God damn it, that could happen to me. It's the same thing with flying. Like,
That's
there
true.
is a chance this plane could go down.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, to hate on cruises is pretty crazy because you're on a ship that has everything that you need, literally everything you need, and then you're going to destinations like the Bahamas or
Holy
anywhere.
Shit. It's like a line brawl
Mm-hmm.
in the Oilers game.
Oh shit, Kane's fucking suffocating a guy.
Do you like Evander Kane?
I do.
I like
do.
him too.
I respect the hell out of him.
Same, man. People hate that guy.
Yeah.
Why? It's like, why? Because he wanted to have some fun gambling.
Yeah.
You know.
You're mad at him for how he spends his money.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's just,
Give the double bird to Evander Kane.
who did?
The fan. this lady, that girl. But yeah, I never understood why people don't like Evander Kane.
Yeah.
He gives you 30 goals a season.
Oh man, he's good at hockey.
And like, and then there's the stuff that came out where like he's not a team player and teammates don't like him, and you haven't heard a single teammate say anything like that.
In Edmonton.
Well, in San Jose it came out.
Oh yeah.
And nobody's been outspoken about Evander Kane.
That was. I feel like that was just like a whole media spin because he was going through like the lawsuit then, right?
Yeah.
And like he was like broke, and everyone was making fun of him because he like lost a bunch of money or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it comes down to just like a lot of shit with NHL players and stuff. It's just jealousy over how much money they make.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like this fucking idiot blew through $10 million.
Yeah.
What an idiot! Like I fucking hate him now.
Yeah. And, look at the
Double bird, yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
This woman wearing a sequined shirt is giving 2 middle fingers to Evander Kane. That's fun though. I like that. If you're like, I like that. Those kind of people who have like rink side seats.
Yeah.
If they get into it, you know, not like
For
Toronto,
sure.
like Toronto crowd. That's just like, it's just like a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's boring. You want guys to get into it.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's an hour.
Beauty.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We let it get nice and dark and spooky for you.
Hopefully Sam's back next week.
Hopefully he survives the
Survives the wild.
My God, man. Imagine he dies of it.
We're gonna have to get another podcast, mate.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Draft someone. We'll go find that cracked out white guy I saw.
Yeah. He's got shit to say.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you.
But you.